Hola, Costa Rica and the United States and the world and everybody else just coming in to read this today. It is July 6, 2018, 11:19 a.m. on a Friday morning. Uh, you have to forgive me if I sound a little bit dragged. I'm tired now. I've been working on this since about 5 a.m. And yeah, tired. I finished my other cartoon last night pretty early, so I was able to focus on this more. And because of that, and had just so many cars and so many little details to color. Today's video is one of the longest ones we've done so far for the Costa Rica star. Normally I try to keep them 8 minutes or under, but oh well, we're just gonna have to bite it this week. See, I already did the lettering there, and the lettering was a little bit different in the rough that I sent to my editor Andrew. He wanted me to get in the group named Democrats Abroad. I didn't mind that so much. I'm not sure if it's entirely accurate, to be honest with you. Don't know if everybody protesting were all, well, yeah, they probably are. I'm just not entirely confident, but they probably are all Democrats. You don't have to be a Democrat, though, to dislike Donald Trump and his policies. Though. No, you don't, especially if you listen today to, everyone from the first Bush administration is pretty angry at the President of the United States today for some comments he made about the former president. This cartoon is about, there were two protests going on in Costa Rica. I got one pulled up so I can tell you the details. In Costa Rica, the taxis are run by this union, and they want to be the only service in the nation. And they're all red, and they got the yellow triangles on them and stuff. And they hate Uber. Here in the United States, everybody complains about Uber. And there's always an Uber scandal. Uber's even running commercials here telling us about how they've improved. They listened to us, and they know that they were bad, but now they're going to be better. Which is kind of like Domino's Pizza, telling you that their pizza doesn't suck anymore, so you should try to eat it again. I always think those advertising campaigns kind of fail. There's a bank doing that too. Like, oh, we lost your trust, so you're making honesty, we betrayed you, but now we're going to be nice. Someday a politician's going to do that. Oh, it's really, really bad, but I've changed my ways. But yeah, in the States, people are just like, Uber. But if Uber wasn't here, we'd all be complaining about it, especially if the government was trying to get rid of it. And in Costa Rica, that's what they want. And Uber is illegal in Costa Rica, and they're trying to get rid of it, and the taxis want it gone, and that's the thing though. It seems like competition is the one thing that makes things better, and as part of the whole capitalist society thing. Even though every company would love to be the only one, they'd love to be the only service. And it seems like the most monopolies that you have are stuff run by government, like electric companies and stuff. I remember when cable companies used to be local monopolies. If you lived in a town with two cable companies, man, you were doing great. Don't really know so much how they're doing that now. I think there's more than one now, mostly. But for most people. But that was like back in the day, during the 90s and stuff. Good. I checked my email, make sure I didn't get them yelling at me, because I put some Spanish into this cartoon on the signs, which was fun. I get to use a little bit of the lessons, make them pay off for me, though I still have to look everything up to double check. I am not fluent in Spanish yet, and probably never will be, but I keep taking the lessons every day. I've been very good about that. But I can't really have a conversation with it. And I was going to put in some insults, not so much as slurs, but I was afraid, since I'm not really fully fluent in Spanish and I didn't have anyone to really talk to the hours I was working, I decided to stay away from it, because what if I messed up and I did include a slur without really knowing it, and next thing I know, I'm in trouble. People are yelling at me, and not just a national scandal, but an international one. I also know that stuff like insults and slurs can be regional. Just like English. One thing in English can insult in English in the United States can be totally different than in the United Kingdom. So I kind of stayed away from that. And hopefully I didn't do that. I don't think so. I was kind of careful. I used Spanish in one of my cartoons earlier this week, which a lot of people liked. It's like got like 1,200 shares so far, and I bounced it off my housemate who was fluent in Spanish. She used to live in Mexico, and I had it right. I had it correct, but I was just double checking with that one. So the other protest is that the anti-Uber protests were like on Wednesday and Thursday, I believe. Or was it Tuesday and Wednesday? Let me look at the story here on the Costa Rica Star site. Written by Laura Alvarado. Tuesday and Wednesday. They were protesting, and then they were blocking traffic with their protests, and of course that really makes people mad. Really, taxi people, you want people to support you and love you and like not use Uber and everything, but then you're going to go out and block traffic. That doesn't really make people want to use your service whenever your service is making life inconvenient. I don't understand why people don't get that. You might want to find another way. If you want people on your side, you're going to have to look up these words if you don't know them, people. Figure out the signs and everything. But they stopped on a 10-point agreement, which I don't understand on the 10 points from the article, that they had an agreement that they'll keep talking about it. That's basically it. It's like Donald Trump's agreement with North Korea. You know, we agree to think about it. We agree to think about not doing the bad things anymore. Oh yeah, that one in case you don't know. The Corales is a river in Costa Rica full of crocodiles. I don't know, I just like that one. But the other protest was Americans protesting at the U.S. Embassy over the Trump policy of separating families, ripping them apart and throwing babies in baby jails and forcing them to go to court by themselves, toddlers and stuff. And that happened on the 4th of July, I believe. Let me get my back button here. And did you know that Rawlings baseballs are made in Turrialba, Costa Rica? See, I can't tell you. I can't enunciate. Now I can find the article. Alright. Oh, there it is. About to say, you have to take my word for it. But here it is. Yeah. Did they do that for the July? No, it was not. It was on Saturday because Saturday was when they did it in the United States here, all across the country. So they joined in Costa Rica. And I should read up on this to see if they did it in any other nations and stuff. Probably, pretty short article. 17 comments though. I like reading the articles. Mostly it's just people yelling at each other. You're stupid. No, you're stupider. No, you're the real stupid. No, you're stupider. So, it's, I encourage all of you to go and comment and yell at people. And if you want to comment on this video and yell at me, after I draw the same thing over and over and over again, sometimes, like whether it's a crowd or a crowd of cars, I just really feel burnt out. And that's how I feel right now. Because I'm tired. I was drawing for, this took right about 2 hours officially to draw. But since I procrastinate, I took about 5 hours doing it. Because as I said, I start to burn out. So I take a lot of little tiny breaks and I go down wormholes on the internet, drink coffee and everything. My coffee was done way before I got to the coloring stage. Because I spent so much time drawing. I didn't spend nearly as much time coloring. But I do like drawing the taxis though. I mean, not 40 of them, but actually I don't know how many. One of my readers named Akenta, she'll comment on this video. Either today or tomorrow. But I guarantee you she's going to count the cars. Let's see if she counts the people too. Now that I just said that, she will. Hang on, I got to do this. I got to put in my mouse because my screen's about to move. Alright. Woo! If my screen had my screensaver come up, it would have just messed up the whole voiceover thing. And then I would have been mad. That's over. But there's been a lot of protests in the United States lately. Lots. And they're not going to stop. And maybe you guys get to see some of it. I was also running out of like things put on the signs. And I was looking at the rough that I drew and trying to remember everything and come up with new stuff. I didn't want to just repeat things on the signs. And that's why I started to use the Spanish, because it opened up two worlds for me there. Well, opened up another world for me. One was already open, and it gave me more diversity for what I could put on the signs. So now I could have wrote what was in Spanish and English, but it was just a little bit better for me to put some in Spanish. I think you're going to see a little bit more of that too, as I keep drawing cartoons. Some of these are easy to figure out, though. You might be able to get them even if you don't speak Spanish. Here's your cartoon. We are done. Da-da-da. I'm so happy. So happy to be done. I'm looking forward to going to sleep, but I have to actually do a phone interview in 30 minutes with a student who's doing a paper on cartoons. This comes up every now and then. People use us for their assignments and their grades and stuff. Please leave a comment. Share this video on social media, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for the Costa Rica Star. Thank you very much, folks, and hope you have a great weekend. Goodbye.